Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Episode of Did We Make Ourselves Clear for season 4. I'm your host, River. If you're watching us for the first time, we are the podcast that clarifies the subject matters of love, life, and everything in between. Today is a big day in history for Did We Make Ourselves Clear. Yes. We're beginning a partnership with the new Real STL, and we are making our return to live broadcasting. Isn't that right, KP?
That's right, Cuzzo. And this means that viewers like y'all at home get to watch and engage with us in real time on all of our social media channels and the new Real STL News Facebook page. So you know that's going to be popping. And it also means that we could bring to you a very timely interview with the KC area singer / songwriter, Mr. Tariq Reyhan, who we both know as Rico. Tell him, brother.
That's right. That's Rico. Tariq has served his country and shared his vocal talents and inspired those around him to pursue higher callings, the art of living his true self. Next year will mark the 20th anniversary that Tariq has debuted his critically acclaimed release, By Soul Tide, the collective, entitled, the album is titled Hip Hop and Soulfulish. And he's reestablishing himself as a face and a voice for the Midwest music scene. Tonight, he'll be performing as part of the Unplugged Day of the Nines with Tef Poe at the Dark Room in St. Louis. Tariq, welcome to the show.
Welcome, brother. So glad to be here. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being here, man. We have so much to ask of you today. So thank you for coming in and taking the trek to get here into St. Louis. We're going to just jump right in. Who was your musical influences growing up?
Yeah, who did that?
Growing up, it would start with what I would hear on the radio, you know, like as a young child.
Likewise.
Just anything I heard on the radio. I love Stevie Wonder and popular music. Even, you know, 80s popular music was a basis. But, you know, as the 90s went on, you know, I started coming into my own preference or choice. Like I said, it was the radio in my mama's car when I was little. When I started making my own choices, it was Michael Jackson. It was Prince. It was whatever hip hop was going on at the time growing up, you know, whatever I could absorb at the time. So everything I've ever heard influenced me in some kind of way.
That's real, bro.
So,
man. But it's funny that you talk about the influence of music. How did you, kind of take it when I see in your history it says you played the trombone?
Oh,
My brother used to play the trumpet.
That's what's up.
How was that for you, man, playing the trombone?
Well, I started playing the trombone when I was like in the 5th grade.
Right.
And it was a pretty big instrument. You see, I'm a short stature man, so I was a short kid as well. Yeah. And I probably couldn't hit those 5th, 6th, and 7th positions till later on. But it'll help establish my musical background for like, you have to have a discipline to practice.
Fundamentals.
Yeah, you know, and then you're going to get that music theory when you're in class. You're going to learn, you know, what's staccato, you know, how to play the different notes and the tones, you know.
Rest notes and all
so it gave me the technical background for the music. I already had the love, you know, before that.
That's right.
So it just added to me music.
Man, I feel you. You gotta have the love.
Yeah, of course. It's there. It's definitely there.
Definitely.
So your dad was a teacher at Alabama State. How did he influence your music journey?
It's dope.
Well, like I said, he was a teacher at Alabama State. He taught communications. But his background was always music as well. He's a jazz head. Shout out to my dad.
Big shout out to Pops.
He's a jazz head, and still to this day, and he still hosts syndicated shows that he sends to college radio and stuff like that, even in his early 70s.
What's his name? What's his name?
Gene Knight.
Gene Knight.
Yeah, Gene Knight.
Shout out Gene Knight.
Yeah, and so he's always been a jazz head. I remember I used to spend summers with my dad in Alabama, and I used to be maybe watching like a hip hop show where they showing videos, and they be playing a song. I remember one time they was playing a song. It was a Gangstar.
Oh my, one of my favorites. Primo.
It was Gangstar, and they had a sample in there. And he was like, "You don't even know where that sample came from." And so after whatever I was watching, Yo MTV or Raps, whatever went off, he had a studio in the back of his house, which was like an old garage that was converted, you know, where he had nothing in there but albums. He had bongos, he had a little xylophone, and I used to go in there and record on the reel to reel and just make these little tapes and stuff. But he took me back there and he played Dizzy Gillespie.
Okay.
And it had that lick that was in Gang Starr, you know.
Big job.
Not into music, Dizzy Gillespie.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? So like that's where it came
The
from.
words that I manifest.
You see what I'm saying? You told me
sir.
where they got the sample from. So it just added layers to me, man. My pops, he's still doing his thing, and that's probably I'm no doubt that's where I get a lot of my passion for music.
And you know, you like an old soul.
Yeah,
I could tell that too, bro.
We rap. He'll still send me stuff that he's come across right now. You know, check this out. Have you ever heard of this? He's still turning me on from R&B groups from the 70s that I never heard. Right, you know, sending me so many. But he tell me your voice reminds me of this cat. Oh, wow. Check this out.
Oh,
that's dope right there. Yeah. And just to have your pops big, man. You know, big shout out to real dads that do real things like that, man. But I could tell, like I said, you kind of have an old soul. And I really tripped off of it when I heard the story about you in the $2 Valentine's Day music grants. It reminded me of back in the schoolyard, bro.
That's what it was.
What inspired that?
Well, what it was in high school, I was involved in band. I wasn't in any choral classes, singing classes, or none of that. But the word got out that I could sing because you know I started getting talent shows and stuff like that. And matter of fact, the band class is right next to the chorus class, and every day I'll be going to a marching band class or concert band class, and the music teacher was like, "We gonna get you in here one day," and I'm like, I can't. I take too many band classes. I was in band. I was in jazz band. So I couldn't participate. But she knew I had a voice on me, and so she had a voice on me. So they had an opportunity in school where during Valentine's Day we enrolled. I was in a singing group in school, and we was in a group called Just Us. It was me and three other guys, and we was entering talent shows and doing local stuff.
What song did y'all do?
We used to. One of the songs we used to sing was, I know y'all remember this from the 90s, that Shy song.
That was standard boys group. You know what I'm saying? We were singing that.
Right.
So what happened was, we had an opportunity to do some Valentine's Day grams at school. I had a girlfriend at the time or whatever, and I got to sing a little Valentine's Day song to her, and got to make a little extra change and make a name for ourselves, for our group. Because the talent show was coming up, we had to make a name for ourselves. So
man, that's the story behind that. That's so good, man. In the 80s, I was writing love letters with guys, man. That's how I got my extra change, man. It's like, do you love me or not, or maybe, that sounds good. So while we talking about that 90s R&B feel, man, and that vibe back in the days, what inspired the 95 Jodeci, other than the obvious being called 95 Jodeci?
I mean, I grew up in that time. I was in high school, during that time. I came out of high school in the 90s.
Me too.
So all those boy groups was popping back then, and who was bigger than Jodeci, and that was one of my favorite groups.
That was kind of hood too.
Yeah, it was hood. So I could relate to it. I could relate to it. And so, that's where it came from. Just me giving paying homage back to, the type of R&B that we grew up on, like in high school and stuff. And they had classic videos and images.
They did, man.
Casey and Joe.
Comeback boots, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
Come on, man. Bro, shirtless back then was cool, man. So
it was just it's just paying homage to that type of R&B.
Right.
Saying that, people out here still doing that type of stuff, man.
Ooh, yeah. Man, well, without any further ado, let's get into that 95 Jodeci.
It was fun. Baby girl, you really got the job done. Damn sure prove to me you're grown. But go ahead and put your clothes on.
Can I stay?
No, you can't stay. Cause I got something to do today. Plus you knew a nigga moved this way. And you agreed, said you was down to play. Every time I think back on things you did, I might just call you, invite you back again. But right now it's time for you to gather your belongings. I've got corners that I've got to bend. my eyes, wake up feeling so horny. I can get you out of my mind. 95 Jodeci. Sure, you can call. Not like I won't answer it all. Cause girl, you know I had a ball. Shit, I look forward to your call. Okay, you can stay, but only if you're down to play. And you can go a couple rounds today. Now turn around and let me pound them cakes. Every time I think about those freaky things you do, it's got me coming back again. But right now it's time for you to take those clothes back off and let me put your backbone in a bin. Ooh, yeah. Every time I close my eyes, wake up feeling so horny. I can get you out of my mind. 95 Jodeci. Every time I close my eyes, wake up feeling so horny. I can get you out of my mind. 95 Jodeci. I think about freaking. I think about freaking. Yeah. 95 Jodeci. I think about freaking.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that's a we back, boy. To the White Castle lots, man. Back in the days when the palace was cracking, man. Yes, sir, man. High top fades and combat boots, my dude. You know it. I love it.
Well, I'm going to switch the gears a little bit. How did your time in the Navy shape you in your musical ideas?
The time in the Navy got me my independence. You know, like I'm from Kansas City, Kansas. I left my home when I was 18 years old. It was a year after high school. It got me out into the world. I had to be a grown man at that point. I couldn't call on my mom or nobody for anything. I wouldn't serve my country, so it gave me a lot of time.
Thank you too, brother.
You're welcome, man.
Up, brother.
It gave me some time to learn about myself as I was learning about the world. And then I also learned that I really love music. Even though I was in the Navy, you know, and I ain't gonna lie, when I left to go to the Navy, my plans were to retire after 20 years. But when I got in, I was like, okay, I've done this. I'm gonna finish my time out. I knew within a short time that I had changed my mind about the retirement. I was gonna serve my time and leave. And that's when I started thinking, like, what do you really love? What do you really want to do? And at that time that I started dabbing into more musical stuff. Like everybody I was hanging around, they knew I was the guy, like was freestyle rapping all the time. As we in the car with my homies going out that night, I'm the one beatboxing and doing that stuff. So just with the homies, I was that guy.
Always a creative.
And I would hook up with other guys from, different places around the country that I met. I had a homeboy, matter of fact, quick shout out, that homeboy from St. Louis one of my homeboys from the Navy, his name was Reese. Shout out to Reese. What's up? Tariq still doing his thing, bro.
Man,
yeah, he's from St. Louis, man.
He was born in St. Louis. I always connect with
folks, and so I used to hook up with guys that were like mine in the Navy that shared the musical love for me, and then we tap in with each other and say, hey, I'm from Chicago, man. This is what we do in Chicago. We like house music.
Like a Midwest connection.
Yeah, I had a homeboy from Jacksonville, Florida. Okay. And he turned me on to the like the Jam Pony tapes from the 90s. So I was tapping into different regions from being in the Navy, like homeboys from California, homeboys from Ohio, and I was hearing about different vibes from different places. So it was all fueling me and adding me,
So how did you transition out of that though, from the Navy? Did you honorably get discharged?
Yeah, I got honored. I served 5 years in the U.S. Navy with an honorable discharge. So I am a veteran. That's right. A disabled veteran at that. But the transition was I still had the mindset of working hard. Right. So I got out here and I had a couple jobs here and there, but at the same time, man, I wanted to dive into the music, man. And when I got home from the Navy, I had some cousins that were doing music. I had a cousin named Guy. And one of my cousins who here with me today, Big June, shout out to Big June.
Shout out to June.
Today is birthday.
One more revolution, man.
He's one of my kindred spirits. You know, that's why he with me, man. He rock. You know, he's with me all the time because we talk about music. Because he's one of the people that I hooked up with when I got out the Navy. Because he does production as well, does beats. And so I hooked up with some family members, man, and we just start making music, you know, in the side room, in the basement. June had a keyboard, big guy had a keyboard. Man, that's back in the day. So it was a family thing to start brewing. It was a family thing to start brewing on the music tip. And it's still, you know, I still got family that support me to this day. You know, it's helped fueling me because they're the people that know about me. That's real. At this point, who else? Stripped down to the who knows about who are you? Those people say, hey man, you need to. What's up with that song I heard? I'm waiting on you to put that out.
See, they see the best in you too, though, bro. You know, it's family. It's key that you have people like that around you. So that's constantly supportive of your ideas and your dreams, man. And how did you get to sing that song by Drew Hill, though? Because I know you like a lot of the soul from the 90s.
Yeah.
So, how did you get to sing for Missy Elliott, man? Somebody sleeping in my bed.
It was impromptu, man. I was it was my 20th birthday. I was stationed in Norfolk, Virginia, because I was in the military. I was stationed in Norfolk, Virginia. And that's that time where Missy Elliott, Timberland, Aaliyah, Magoo, it was popping there. Like the scene was really popping during that time. And so it was my 20th birthday. At the time, I had a little fresh car. I had a little Nissan Maxima. I was dreaming about putting some wheels on my car. I was dreaming about putting the wheels on my car. So I went to a tire shop in Norfolk, Virginia. I believe the name of it was Joe's Tire. And I was in there window gazing, and I overheard the people that worked there talking. They said, "Hey man, Missy Elliott's in the back getting
money in the building.
Missy Elliott in the back getting some rims put on her Benz." Right. So my radar went off, you know, like, and at that time, you know, I was singing and stuff. And I'm like, this is an opportunity, man. So me being an opportunist, I go in the back nosy, and I go find Missy Elliott. She's sitting there chilling with one of the members of Total. I don't remember who it was. She was sitting there chilling with a member of Total. And I basically walked up on her and was like, "How you doing? My name's Tariq. And I sing. Are you looking for?" Look, I'm feeling nervous right now, like I was just talking to you. It was back in that moment. Right. I'm like, "My name is Tariq, and I sing. Are you interested in any talent?" And she was like, "Let me hear what you got." And I came out, belted out with the Drew Hill. Got this feeling, and I just can't turn it loose. That somebody's been getting next to you. You know, saying some of that. And she was impressed, but she was like, "You know what? I'm not really looking for no talent right now." She was like, but she's like, but Timberland's looking for some talent. And at the time, what she did was she gave me the number to Timberland's lawyer. And I don't know what I did. I took that number away and thought it was gold, but never used the number. I procrastinated with it. I bet I can go through my old stuff and find that number. You probably so Timberland, what's up? Man, but that's Missy threw the past long time ago.
But bro, that's a lesson within the whole thing, though. That shows kind of like you notice that opportunity. Yeah. So for those that are viewing us, you gotta always seize the moment because you never know what's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta go for it now, dog. So. Salute to you for the struggle, brother.
Didn't know I'd be one day sharing this story with the world. So that's real, man. But it happened.
Speaking of seizing the moment, we're thrilled to be partnered with the new Real STL
as
a sponsor of Did We Make Ourselves Clear? Viewers, if you have questions or just want to show some love to Black excellence, feel free to put them in the comment bar of our social media platforms. And now a word from our sponsor.
Today's episode is sponsored by the Real STL News. We are for the community because we are the community.
314, it's hard.
Hey, all right.
That's all we know, man.
That's all.
But are you ready for the speed round, my brother?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is the speed round, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're gonna ask you a series of questions. So you just give us the first thing that comes to your mind.
The first thing?
The first thing.
Oh, man, that could be dangerous, man. I swear.
And we live, bro. Okay. Let's see y'all get ready. River, you ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
All right. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
If you can talk to any famous person, living or dead, who is it?
God.
Oh, I love it. You can travel anywhere in the world. Where would you go?
Egypt.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Oh, that's deep. I would say what comes to my mind was the best piece of advice I was ever given was from my pops, was from my dad. He said, stay young at heart.
Ooh,
so that's
I
why
love it.
So
I love it.
That's why I'm still going for my dream
That's
right now.
man. Don't let that dream
my
die.
dream because I could be whatever age I am with the grades on my face, but right here, I'm young at heart.
Bro,
I'm still that little kid in the hallway with the Mickey Mouse record player that loves music. You know, that's still me.
Though I totally connect with what you said, bro.
For real.
Because that's the quality of being effervescent.
Yeah.
So you got to keep that youthful attitude, man. As long as you believe you can do it, keep on doing it, man. You're never too old. I hear a lot of folks clowning artists and musicians who are out there struggling, who got an innate talent, and they try to break them, saying that, oh man, you didn't make it in the mainstream. You're too old to do it. Don't ever buy into that, bro. You do it as long as you feel young, bro. You know what I'm saying? Your first break, what you got something to say?
Yeah, I'll just say, to me, to tap into what you're saying. To me, it's like you got to stay young at heart. You owe that little kid all those dreams that you had.
That's
you know, you shouldn't give up on that. You and your younger self, you owe that kid all those things. You know, that kid that used to think he could fly or whatever. Maybe you can't fly literally, but maybe you go get your pilot's license. You know, you owe that little kid all those dreams. I'm just paying back. I gotta give it to the little Tariq, you know. When I was a kid,
big shout out to little Tariq. You know what I'm saying? Because I always ask, like our last guest, I asked him, is it for the babies? Is what he's doing for the babies? And he said some real stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like Wu-Tang for the babies. If you ain't for the babies, it's dead, man. Because we're trying to build nations around here.
That's right.
And your first breakthrough was Can't Do It on the Soul Tide classic, hip hop and soulfulish album. But how did you get involved with that group, man? Because I know that's like one of the pillars in St. Louis hip hop, man. Big shout out to the 24 Scientists and all them guys that influenced all of us.
Shout out to Moo.
Shout outs to Moo, R.I.P. Wesley.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, what it was, like I said, it was
Charlie Soprano.
It was a family thing. Actually, one of my first cousins, who I mentioned earlier, Guy, is also the first cousin on the other side of Mustafa.
Oh wow!
So me and Mustafa share a first cousin from different sides.
Right.
One side was my, from different sides. And so I started coming down here in like 99 or 2000. Yeah. Me and Big June, we get in the car, ride down here. We hooked up with Moo and the whole Soul Tide crew. First we was in U City down in the basement. Shout out. Gotta Be Kareem. Shout out Brandon Vaughn.
You see me.
Shout out Cash Flow. Shout out all the ex Soul Tide members, man. We had a nice crew. Shout out Steve
the best, baby.
You know what I mean? Shout out Nato Khalif.
Nato.
Shout out Black Spade. But what happened was they just felt like family. Yeah, Kanata Smith. They just felt like family when I got here. And so those are my brothers to this day. And we just linked up, and man, it was just the music.
Yeah, always the love.
You see something in me, was like, man, I want you in the crew, man. So I was in the crew. That's
very.
Even though I wasn't even from St. Louis, you know, me and
honorary St.
me and Eric Rowland were the only two cats from Kansas City, but we were in the crew.
I represent that 314, baby.
Just to clarify for people who do not know who Soul Tide was, they are a collective of songwriters, singers, producers of all types and all variations, and they were amazing and still are. And they're out there doing their thing, and including big shout out to Tef Poe, who was one of our first show persons that we had on our show. So shout out to Soul Tide for being who they are, the greatest to me in my life. Okay. You've recently gotten back into the music. How did Family Affair pull you back?
Yeah, they played. Shout out
Family Affair.
Shout out Rep and Q. What happened was they contacted me via Instagram, and they was like, "We want to do a track with you." And I was like, I was doing my own stuff. I always never stopped writing, whether I shared it with anyone or not. I always write when I'm inspired, and what I'm inspired by is life. So when life moved me to another point, sometimes I have to grab the pen and spill it. But what happened was they reached out to me on Instagram, and it was like they wanted to do a track with me, and I wasn't active with nobody else at the time. Like I said, I was just writing on my own, not even with many artists in my own city, because only the people knew about me was like people that was close to me. They knew I had some music. So what happened was they sent me a track, and they told me, I can go record on it and send it back to them. And I had never done anything like that before. I was, knew all that type of stuff. I was sending the track and sending it back.
Digital device.
So what I did was I was going to do that. I was prepared to do that, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pull up on y'all. Yeah. So I drove down here and pulled up on them. I already had the my part ready for them. They hadn't heard it yet. So they heard it in the studio, and yeah, it went crazy. Like I had so much. The vibe was so lit that night. I met a couple other St. Louis people. Shout out to Lady Smoker. Shout out to and shout out to True on the Track. You know, there was other people in the room too, but you know, I met some. You know, it rekindled my St. Louis vibe.
Man, that just brings so much nostalgia.
Put me to work, and
it's
like they hit that button for me.
Man, put that battery
definitely
back. Man, one of your latest cuts though is called "Grown Man."
Yeah,
ooh, I love this.
Before we play it though, what can you tell us about it?
Well, I'm a grown man, so you know,
Flat out.
I'm a grown man, so I'm gonna make grown man music. But I want to represent for the grown men. You know, like shout out to all guys everywhere. But I'm saying shout out to the grown men that's responsible. You know, that take care of their family. You know, and hold it down. So that's what it was about. And for some of the younger guys that don't even know how to be a grown man, this isn't the epitome of a lesson. But there's some tools in this song that they can take. Gems. You know, there's some stuff that that might not be taught. There's some tools in this song they can take, and take with them as a grown man and move on forward. So it's for the younger cats to say, this how you should move.
Man, that's right, man. Well, I appreciate you for that background, man. You know what I'm saying? Because at some point we got to grow up. So let's check out that record, man.
Let's check out Grown Man.
Grown man, won't get jealous cause you got your own friends. Know your heart is longing for some romance. Take you out and treat you special. Hold hands, slow dance. Grown man, won't get jealous cause you got your own friends. Know your heart is longing for some romance. Take you out and treat you special. Hold hands, slow dance. I know what you need in your life. You dream about being a wife to a man that comes home every night. Sweet romance and he treating you right. Hella grown but still a ride. Got his own, willing to provide. Thug life, he's a changed man. He done came up with a game plan. He got some kids damn near grown. He treat your kids like his own. He never looks in your phone. He always weather the storm. He turn your house to a home. Up to stand on the front line. Go to church with you sometimes. He run your tribe like the chief. He teaches you different beliefs. He shows you you golden and royal. He holds you, he knows that you're spoiled. He knows that your blood will get boiled. If somebody try to come for you, he's got you, there's no need to worry. Got patience, there's no need to hurry. He'll take it, facing the jury. Cause for you somebody he'll bury. Grown man, won't get jealous cause you got your own friends. Know your heart is longing for some romance. Take you out and treat you special. Hold hands, slow dance. Grown man, won't get jealous cause you got your own friends. Know your heart is longing for some romance. Take you out and treat you special. Hold hands, slow dance. I know what you need in your life. You dream about being a wife to a man that comes home every night. Sweet romance and he treating you right. Hella grown but still a ride. Got his own willing to provide. Thug life, he's a changed man. He done came up with the game plan. Grown man, grown man.
Woo!
That's a slapper. That's a slapper, man. You know who ain't gonna get it no shine, but that grown man, dog.
Thank you.
That's what's up, man. We need more positive stuff in our brains like that, bro.
Right.
Grow up, man. Too many FNs up out here doing damage to the community.
That's true. Words are very powerful, and I love that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thought all the way through your song.
That's really
so, you're in town for a performance with Tefpo tonight at the Unplugged Day of the Nines show with Tefpo in the Dark Room here in St. Louis. What can we expect to hear? Are we going to hear Grown Man and some of those songs?
Well, I'm gonna hit him with something new. I'm actually going to perform a song that I've never performed before, and the name of the song is Outlaw. It's ready. It's ready. It's primed and ready to go, man. And it comes with a lesson as well. Okay. And I'm excited to hit the stage tonight with Tefpo and the other artists. And it's gonna go up tonight in St. Louis, straight up.
We all the way up. We all the way up. No breaks, man. That's straight up. Last question for me though. Is what do you want your legacy to be?
I just want to inspire people. I want to inspire people to be themselves and to tap into themselves, whatever it is. You know, if you're always dreaming about being a bird watcher and, you know, going to a mountain and watch, you know, whatever your dream is, just inspire people to never give up on their dream, because I feel like, you know, a dream is never dead unless you kill it.
Man,
a dream don't die unless you kill it.
That's real.
So I'm still holding on to my dreams and, you know, make
so hold on to your dreams.
Yeah, hold on to your dreams
and keep it youthful.
Yeah, stay youthful. Stay youthful. I'm gonna tell you, sometimes, man, I'm at home by myself. I'm listening to you, catch me. You ain't gonna catch me because I'm staying youthful. I'm at home being a kid, man. You know, jumping around, break dance, whatever. You know, man, playing, living in life. You know, because there's so much stuff to bring you down, man. Why not stay up? And so I pay attention to kids and how their spirit is always up. You can catch a kid, he's not just walking.
Oblivious to the ignorance.
Sometimes I try to keep
in his own world.
I try to keep my body like
that. That's right.
Walk the block with a bop, man.
I wanted to say one more time, you guys, if you haven't gotten tickets, I think a lot of them are sold out, but we are going, we're going to let you see some of his live performances that he's done. So we have one performance here. We're going to give the audience a taste of what it's like to hear Tariq live. So Let's Go is the name of the song. So let's go.
You don't have to say a word, 'cause it's written on your face. I was soaring like a bird, as soon as you get to be the same. I was checking you, but checking me is connection happen instantly. Let's go and move it from left to right, girl. Let's go, girl. I promise you that I'll do it right. And we bring our way to the floor. It's so rocking, dancing. This is my moment for sure. Can't waste time, no, gotta take some chances. Freaking me, this connection happen instantly. Let's go, and move it from left to right, girl. Let's go, and move it, girl. I promise you that I'm doing right. Let's go, let's go, let's
Tariq,
Reyhan effect, baby.
Just a taste of what a live performance would be like.
Damn, Midwest talented,
We
man.
do have a lot of talent.
Thank
in
you.
our
We
area.
do, clearly.
I have so much fun, and I'm so happy that you came to the show, Rico.
I'm so
You
glad.
are just
I'm so
such a
happy to be
talent
here.
and a light to be around. So
Yes.
we are happy that you were able to grace our presence.
Man,
So
that's
thank you for joining us today. And for those who are checking us out for the very first time, you can be a member of our podcast. Just visit us at patreon.com/Did We Make Ourselves Clear. Also, remember to subscribe to our Facebook and our YouTube pages under the same name. KP?
And to our audience, always remember to tune in on this upcoming Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. for the Hip Hop Awakening, the story of my main man, C3OG, coming loud and clear.
That's right. And also mark your calendars for 2 p.m. Saturday, March 23rd for our next live show. Okay?
And I know the Lord ain't brought us this far to drop us off here. Did we make ourselves clear?
Thanks for hanging out with us, y'all.
Yeah.